Hello and welcome to episode 2 of Walks with the Walkers.
In this episode, I'm going to be the one asking the questions, and we're going to get to know my wife Meredith a little bit more today on our walks. And so,
let's start with the disclaimer.
the disclaimer.
If you came here for any wisdom or insight on any of life's issues, you've come to the wrong place. This is purely for fun. So you can get started.
Okay, first question I have for you is, when you're cooking, do you follow the instructions on a recipe?
No, never. I come up with my own recipe. I find inspiration from other recipes and I make it my own, and then I usually cannot recreate it. So
yeah, I always like what she makes, and then I'm like, can you make this again?
Always
She's
yeah,
I think I do.
Okay.
Okay, second question. Who is someone that you've known personally that's been that's had a big impact on your life?
Okay. Someone I've known that's had an impact on my life would be my grandfather. I call him Papa. He passed away last March.
While we were in Serbia.
Yeah, while we were teaching.
We were teaching for TLI
yeah,
in
we
Serbia.
knew it was likely to happen, but he really encouraged me to go and wanted me to be there. He was a big supporter of world missions and was just a neat man. He was a dentist for his whole life, had his own practice for like 40 years, and left that to take care of my Mima, my grandma, who had Parkinson's and Alzheimer's at the time, and was just a humble servant. He was vulnerable with his testimony and his life and choices he's made, and led hundreds of Bible studies in his home for like 20 plus years. Just a really diverse group of people in the study. And
but for the first time I met your papa, he quizzed me on Bible stuff, and he said I passed. So that's how we get to have these walks with the walkers today.
I don't know if that's it. Yeah. But he was just a kind man and a humble man, and he loved the Lord, and it was clear to see when you were with him, just his gentle spirit. And he was hilarious too. He was just a really funny kind of guy. So anyways, that's who I would say, my Papa.
Okay, given the choice between a quiet evening at home with a book or a peaceful day in nature on a kayak, what would you choose?
Two good options. So often when Henry's napping, I choose the book. I go on our back porch and just read and unwind, usually Elizabeth Elliot or some Lewis or Tozer lately. But I would probably say the peaceful day kayaking, because it doesn't happen as often. So that's a great way for me to unwind, is just to be alone on a kayak in nature. I usually go out to Tomoka State Park. Just got a kayak for my birthday. We had a bigger one before, but it was harder to navigate. So yeah, the kayak.
Good choice. I like that.
Yeah.
I like that. Last question. May sound random to our viewers, but it's a question I want to have for you.
I don't think we have viewers.
Well,
this is like
if anyone's watching
my
this,
parents and your parents. Okay.
if anyone's watching
Hi,
this,
Mom.
the question I think they would want to know is Henry's making his appearance. Is
I see it too, buddy. Cool.
And the last question is,
Let's keep walking.
have you ever told a joke at a funeral?
Maybe. Yes, I have once. I was only invited to speak at one funeral, and I told a joke, and haven't been back invited since to any funerals. But it was in Zambia. I did a missions program called the World Race, where I spent 11 months in 11 countries. This was in 2013 and 14. And one of the countries was Zambia, Africa. And one of our hosts, his sister passed away of AIDS while we were there. And I was asked to speak at the funeral. I was like the main speaker. And I told a joke about something she was enjoying in heaven. And anyways, too much information. It was, I won't do it again.
Cross-cultural funeral jokes.
Don't tell any cross-cultural jokes. They just don't. Just jokes at a funeral. Probably not the best call.
Of all of your mission stories,
it was meant to be like cute, and
that one's probably my favorite.
A fail.
That's a good story.
Learn from me. Don't tell jokes at funerals.
Well, hopefully you've enjoyed our second session of Walks with the Walkers.